part of seeing the commons for what it is starting to realize that our own perception has often been trained by capitalist and modern life to see things in different ways, to see things as a collection of individuals, or to objectify things as having their own essential characteristics. Whereas the commons is about talking about the relationships between things, that life itself is a set of relationships. We only exist biologically because we're engaging with others who help us develop. There's the famous phrase, it takes a village to raise a child, because of the interactions. And biologists will tell you that even at the cellular level, things only develop in interactions with their environment and with other organisms. And so it is with human beings. And so we've forgotten, in the past 200 years especially of capitalism, that the history of humankind through millennia has been through these deeply embedded interdependent relationships. The biologist Lynn Margulis talks about symbiosis, how we're symbiotically related to each other, and that's how life itself emerges and develops. So it's applying those principles that are very deep and at the cellular genetic level to social organization, and to realizing that a lot of the conceits of modern times, that there can be self-made men or individuals, the idea that we're each separate and autonomous, the way standard economics declares that we're each a utility maximizing, rational, materialistic person, which is an utterly ridiculous concept in the history of humankind, because we're not. So the commons is about recovering some of these deeper ideas, and that requires what I have called an onto shift, an ontological shift. And ontology is the study of being, what the nature of reality is. And we need to sort of have a dramatic shift in how we understand reality, in seeing these relationships as more primary than the individuals themselves, because the individuals are creations of the context. There's this saying, this term in South African indigenous peoples, the Bantu, talk about Ubuntu, which roughly translates to I am because we are. And so the individual and the collective are not opposed to each other. They're integrated, just different aspects of the same holistic scheme. It's not as if there's no individualism. It's just that the individualism is embedded in our larger collective relationships.